Radio.
Cubs Radio.
A show about nothing. Two morons are talking. They both are really funny. They just go with the flow. It's the Hershey and Keegs show.
All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in to the first episode of Hershey and the Keegs show. So excited to be here. We're excited to have you guys. We're excited to bring this to you from Gov's Radio at Governor's Comedy Club. It's a show. We're a couple of comedians from Long Island. I'm Mike Keegan with my buddy Mark Hirschman, and we're happy to be here. Mark, what's going on, buddy?
Dude, we freaking did it.
Yeah, we're
here.
doing it. We're doing something.
I mean, we've been working on this for what, 3-4 days?
Yeah, exactly.
Put a lot of time into this.
It's all come to fruition now.
We're here. What did you think of that little intro song there?
I love it. It's awesome. I have it in my head.
So that little ditty was written and sang by a girl named Megan Spragus, who is one of my daughter Anna's best friends. She actually is one step away from being on The Voice.
Really?
So that is actually the sample video she sent to get into The Voice.
About two morons with a podcast.
So she actually, we know her since she's a little kid, and she used to sing in my car. And I used to tell her, you have to go to school and sing, and you have to get out there. She must have been 8 years old, and she would never do it. And then it was like a winter concert, maybe like 4th or 5th grade, and she belted out. I think it was a James Taylor song,
really?
And like the roof came down.
That's awesome.
And so I started her career.
Yeah, exactly.
And
put your pants back on, Mr. Hirschman.
Yeah. So she's almost on The Voice. It sounds like. So
that's awesome.
We gave her a little shot here because we know that there's going to be 3-4 listeners at least.
This is the boost she's going to need.
This is the boost. Yeah.
Is Simon Cowell on The Voice? Is that? No, is that? That's
I
not
have
the
no
one,
idea. Yeah, maybe 35 years ago, but
Blake Shelton.
Yeah. So thank you, Megan. Her dad Steve hooked it up, and we're very, very, very happy to have her.
Thank you. We hope you guys liked it. That's going to be our intro, and we're really happy with it.
Definitely. So here we are.
Here we are. We're doing our thing.
I want to talk about something just because you guys will see here that we're not sponsored by the Girl Scouts, but
Mark broke into my glove compartment.
So Mike brought me some Girl Scout cookies just to give you guys a little background.
Sounds so creepy.
Mike's girlfriend is for those of you who don't know, her name's Carla Okerson. She's a comic, nice person. She has a couple of kids. She's a comic, very funny. She has a couple of kids. One's a teenager. One is little, 2-3 years old?
6.
Right.
Yeah.
She's 6. And she's a Girl Scout, and she shook Mike's friends down for cookies, and
she lied too. I don't know if you saw the video.
No, she's a liar. Yeah,
she's a liar.
Yeah,
I don't know if you saw the video. The Girl Scouts now they have little promotional videos for their cookie scam.
Yeah, it's a scam for sure.
But so they get to make little short videos. So she said, "I'm Juliana. I want to start my cookie empire.
Right.
And if you buy cookies, for every 5 boxes you buy, you're gonna get free lemonade.
Yeah.
So now everyone that bought cookies thinks that they're gonna get lemonade.
So,
there's no lemonade.
Not only is it not lemonade, but I had signed something that I was going to get a delivery from a Girl Scout.
Yeah, no.
So like a few weeks passed, and I'm like, I don't get no fucking delivery. I have no Girl Scout cookies. So I text Carla and Mike last week. They're like, oh, no, we're going to bring her by on Thursday night, and if it's not Thursday, it'll be Friday. So I'm like, all right, I'll wait, and Friday comes, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday. I text them, like, yeah, we forgot. I'm like, what kind of fucking scam is this Girl Scout shit?
That's usually the thing. You buy these, and then you feel good when the Girl Scout comes and she's thankful that you bought the cookies.
So none
of that.
My
she
Girl
doesn't
Scout
give a fuck who you
was
are.
a 37-year-old man in a vest. That was my fucking Girl Scout.
I'm your
he's
Scout,
adorable,
right?
but still.
But that's the thrill of buying Girl Scout cookies. The Girl Scout delivers them to you. Thank you so much. You're sending me to Disneyland or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, so let's touch on that for a second because.
But I will tell you, the fucking lemonade thing. My boss was totally. He bought like 8 boxes.
Right, yeah, he wanted lemonade.
And he's like, "Is she making lemonade?" I had to tell him there's no lemonade. I'm like, I gotta teach this girl business ethics now. You can't just lie to people.
So she lied. I bought the cookies because of the lemonade. But I will tell you my personal experience. as a Girl Scout cookie mom. So this was when Samantha, who's now 19,
you're a dad.
She was a Girl Scout, maybe like when she was 6 or 7, and I decided to become the cookie mom for that 1 year. Okay, and Stacy and I, we put the kids in the minivan. We had to drive to somewhere on Central Avenue by a King Cullen warehouse, and you drive and you have to load your truck up with all the Girl Scout cookies for your scout group squad,
that sounds
whatever
terrible.
yeah, like literally there were 2 kids in the car. Max wasn't born yet, maybe he was a baby, and like there's like cookies pouring all over the place. So we bring the cookies, we got to lug them in the house, and I remember Samantha texting me at work from her. She had an iPod at the time. She was 6 or 7. She's like, shake these fucking people down for the cookies.
Yeah, exactly.
And we sold, when I tell you, we sold hundreds of boxes of Girl Scout cookies. Hundreds. Yeah. And I'm like, she's going to get to go to summer camp. We're going to get a cruise out of this. I'm thinking like we're going to make it.
Yeah.
And we get the thing in the mail, and like, Samantha did great. She can choose from either a tie-dye shirt or a pencil eraser with a fuzzy top.
That's fucking bullshit. I don't even think there's anything that any incentive that Juliana's getting for this. There's no incentive to sell this shit. It used to be Disney World, right? The kids the higher seller used to fucking go to Disney World because they could survive in corporate America, and that's the reason that
the way she acts, we can tell that she's not motivated.
No, it's true.
We know that she's not motivated at all.
Julia's not motivated. She hasn't left the house to do anything for these cookies.
Nothing. She's a beautiful child. I've seen the posts, but she's obviously got a racket going on.
Well, that's the thing. She knows she's so adorable.
Yeah.
That when anybody sees that video, they're buying 5-10 boxes.
Well, that's how I sold the cookies. People are like, oh, I'm going to buy cookies from this guy. I'm going to buy a do-si-do from him. But so that was now. Meanwhile, if you look at the business, the buildings that Girl Scout company, it's immense. They have a major operation, Class A office space, beautiful furniture, and now every year these boxes. You used to get for $5. You get a large box of cookies.
They used to be bigger, right?
There's a 9 ounces. There's 3 Thin Mints in here. Okay,
exactly.
It's a total scam, and I'm disgusted with it. That's why I wanted to bring it up on the show today to kind of speak out against.
And did they used to have the cellophane bags? Is that just another cost-cutting
this
measure?
is just like so now. It's not even a cellophane where you can actually open the top and stick it back.
No.
Because once I open this bitch later, it's over. Game
over.
over.
You don't want it to get stale.
I'm gonna be sucking lemon ups. Until
and it's
in the morning.
Fucking loud. I'm not supposed to be eating cookies.
No,
and I'm opening this loud fucking bag.
Right. She can hear your diabetes downstairs.
my boss bought a bag, and he's like, "Hey, help yourself." But like, I don't want to keep crinkling the bag at work,
Mike, because your toe's gonna fall off.
Exactly.
Right. That's not good. So, we'll leave these right here. We'll leave the Girl Scout cookies right here, and we'll go on to. I know you wanted to talk about Valentine's Day. You had said that was something you wanted to talk about today.
Valentine's. How was your Valentine's Day?
Not that good. So why don't you start, and then I'll kind of piggyback from there.
We had Valentine's Day is always weird for me because it's my dad's birthday also.
We're going to talk about him.
Yeah, we'll talk about my dad later.
I got things to talk about with him.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
But it's always my dad's birthday on Valentine's Day, so it's like I gotta go to dinner with my dad. So it's not like I can take a date out and like I gotta spend time with my dad. So it's always like I have a date and we all go out as a family with my mom and dad.
Right.
It's never like a one-on-one thing.
Right.
But last night my dad retired about a year ago.
Okay.
And so now that he's retired, he sits around and he gets bored. So what he did was he got a job as a security guard.
Okay.
At an office building.
Okay.
And it's like the big thing. They'll call him like once every 2 weeks, and he's like, "All right." He's suiting up.
Go.
He's suiting up like 3 days before he's got to go, and he's fucking Paul Blart. Right. But
someone's gonna steal Post-its tonight. I'm gonna fuck with them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
So his boss called him up like 2 weeks ago. Said, "Can you work on Valentine? I know it's Valentine's Day, but can you work?" My dad's like, "Yeah, of course I can work. It's my birthday, but I'll work."
Do it. I can
and
do
like
it.
he felt bad. He had to tell us. He's like, "I'm gonna work. They need me. They need you to come in from 3 to 8 in Garden City at an office building."
Yeah.
But he's like, "No, they need me. I gotta step in." So we're like, "All right, do your thing." So we just went out to dinner. It was me, my mom, Carla, Juliana, and Carla's mom is here from Columbia. She's visiting.
Okay.
So we went out to.
So you haven't seen Carla then since that happened, I'm sure.
No, not at all.
Okay.
So we just went out to dinner, but gift wise, we both agreed we're not going to spend a lot of money on each other. You know,
Right.
We got Joanna's birthday coming up. We're going to spend some money for that. So
Okay.
I wanted one thing. All I wanted was slippers.
Okay.
Carla got me a very comfortable pair of black slippers. They're
Okay.
awesome.
All right.
And Carla is adamant that she didn't ask for this, but she's asked me numerous times the last couple of weeks. All I want for Valentine's Day is a bidet.
Bullshit.
I swear to God.
She wanted.
She actually, she
she
definitely
wanted
said
a Tuchus cleaner.
She said, "I want a bidet for Valentine's Day." Whether
Does she
was
want you
kidding or
talking
not,
about this?
I don't know. She actually said no, but whatever.
Well, that's good. Because if anyone's ever going to be listening, it's today.
I know.
By next
I know.
week,
I know.
it'll be
Carla's
6,
listening. I
7
love her
people.
so
But
much.
today,
she literally said, "Don't talk about it." But but she said I didn't ask for that for Valentine's Day. She definitely
Right.
said for Valentine's Day I want a bidet.
Okay.
So I got her a bidet.
Wow.
And
it's a great topic.
She asked for windshield wipers.
Oh yeah, that's right. She did ask for windshield wipers.
Jesus.
Meanwhile, I've got to make sure my girlfriend's got a clean butthole, but her and Juliana can drive around with foggy windows.
That was Sally, by the way. Sally's our producer
Oh,
of
yeah.
the show. Hi, Sally.
Yep.
Hey, everyone.
That's
Sally.
silly Sally.
And not to, it's really crazy, but last Valentine's Day, that's what I got for Valentine's Day. A bidet. Yeah.
Wow.
At first I was like, thank you.
Wow.
But I love it.
You love it, right? Carla's gonna love this thing.
She is going to love it. You're
She
going to be
is.
in about a week. You'll,
Well,
be,
she had
you'll be a hero.
She had one complaint: is that it's cold water.
You
I
get
didn't
used
know
to
if you get used to it, right? You have a cold water run, right?
You get used to it.
Because I didn't know that she said there are warm water ones, but I'm like, you don't want warm water because what if it's too hot and
Right, burn your
yeah,
butthole.
and
Yeah, that's
it's, yeah,
disgusting.
it's nice to get a little cold
Okay.
air inside of you every once in a while.
So that is well.
So, but it's I'm telling you, it's not just a bidet. It's rose gold. So it's like romantic. She loves rose gold. I get her rose gold watches and earrings all the time. She loves rose gold.
So you can match your iPhone with your butthole cleaner.
pretty much exactly.
Okay, all right. I
But-
got that.
But I gave it to her like at dinner, and her mom's right there.
Right.
You know, like,
Dios mío, Michael.
Yeah, exactly.
Miguel.
He's
Él
a
es estúpido. So no English for her mom, right?
no, she speaks English. She has an accent, but she speaks.
no,
very-
but for the podcast, it would be.
oh yeah,
great
no,
if there's
she
no
speaks
English.
no English at all.
Okay, yeah.
And
Yeah. Él es estúpido.
gordo, stupido.
Oh my god. So did mom know that you had bought her a beautiful daughter a butt cleaner?
Yes.
A cold water butt cleaner.
Cold
Yeah.
water. And her mother was saying, she's like, you want the cold water. The cold water is good every now and then. Her mother was on board
No
with it.
caliente
But I'm
agua.
like, you know what? It may not be the most romantic gift, but when we're going to get romantic, we both want to be clean.
Yeah. So, so I would say you buying your love a butthole cleaner was certainly better than what I did. So yesterday, so on Mondays, I usually I work late. I usually get home at 8:00 on Mondays, but I left work early. Stacy, who you know, my beautiful wife,
Yep, love Stacy.
she had a procedure that she had to go to on a medical procedure. We're not going to get into details. She had a medical procedure,
transitioning.
and she. Originally, she wanted me to go, and then it turns out she didn't need me to go. But I'm like, you know what? I think it's right that I should be there. I'm going to go. So I left work early. I take her. We're done by 6:30. She's like, all right, let's go get the kids, and we'll go out to dinner. So Samantha's obviously in school, but Anna and Max are at home, and so we pick them up. We go out to Croxley's. We go to dinner, come home, and on the table are gifts that she had bought for the kids. And there's a card for me, some caramel creams, the caramels with the vanilla inside,
love
because
them.
I love
Yeah,
those,
yeah.
because that's good for me. And and like just she had prepped, and I usually don't come up empty. It's just not my thing. I usually do something, but I don't know. I don't know if I've been overwhelmed with the podcast or just thinking that like our Valentine's Day was going to be this medical thing.
Yeah.
So I came up totally empty.
Yeah.
And while she went to the bathroom or something, I grabbed, like when you can buy those cards, like a huge box of cards that has every single occasion in them.
Yeah.
Well, I grabbed the blank one that was this big and I put $20 in it. And I gave it to her, and I wrote it.
Is
And
she your niece? Is that
so?
Is she your niece that you see 3 times a year?
She was upset, and rightfully so. And today I sent her flowers at work just as a mea culpa, and I apologize. And it wasn't good enough. And she's right, it wasn't. It was short-sighted, especially the fact that Valentine's Day and the day she was having a medical procedure that I came up short like that. So my bad. I will apologize publicly to all 17 people that are watching, and happy Valentine's Day belated to Stacy.
Yeah, sorry that you have to live with him.
Yeah, it's not. It's not a
terrible.
picnic.
He's a curmudgeon.
Yeah, well, that I am.
And he's thoughtless.
Yeah.
At least thought went into mine because like she had asked for that. And I was so excited to give it to her. Also, I thought she was gonna gush.
Right. Well, she gushed poop.
She's gonna gush.
Yeah, she did that.
I was so excited to give it to her, and this because like with me also like this year like I had just been in the hospital and she wasn't feeling well, so we weren't really doing much for Valentine's Day.
Of course,
so, and she hates like CVS stuff. Like I can't go to CVS and get flowers and chocolate. She doesn't want flowers because they're gonna die. She doesn't want cheap chocolate from CVS. So
I'm surprised because she seems so easy.
Oh God, yeah, no, Jesus.
Yeah,
you have no idea.
So she didn't want Whitman chocolate like usual. She doesn't
want Whitman chocolate. I'm like, what do you do? Do you want me to go to Hershey, Pennsylvania? I don't know. Fucking I don't. I never know. It's never good enough.
Never good enough.
Sorry, she's beautiful. I love you, Carl.
She is a lovely woman. But again, like in the scheme of things, now she's looking at you versus me, who slipped a cool 20 into and it was just one of the shitty. But I wasn't meaning to be shitty. It was just I was caught up in my own shit and her stuff and whatever. So
sorry about the bidet. He's sorry about the $20 bill.
Yeah,
but
and sorry about the show.
Luckily, when you ladies go to bed at night, you get to roll over and look at us.
Right.
And there's always a silver lining.
Roll over and look at Keegan sometimes.
Stacy rolls over and looks at me. And
so I didn't realize that your dad's birthday was yesterday.
Yeah.
Which leads me to one of the things that I wanted to talk about, and it goes this goes back a couple of years ago when I was at there was a picnic. Let's say there was a family picnic we were at, and it was me and Carla and Mike. Standing there, and there was people eating and drinking and having a good time, and Mike's dad shows up, and I had never met Mr. Keegan before, and Carla greets him with a hello, hug, and kiss, whatever, and I watched to see Mike and his dad, and I'm expecting a hug or some sort of thing, and they're like, hey, how you doing, hey, and I'm like, and I didn't say it at the time because it was uncomfortable, but once he left, me and Carla were like, what the fuck? Like, you don't kiss your dad? Like, you don't hug your dad? Like, nothing.
Yeah, and Carla has brought that up to me, too. She thinks it's strange.
Bizarre.
And I love my dad. My dad's my best friend.
Yeah, well, really.
No, he's my best friend.
Yeah.
Like, we fish together all the time, baseball games. We love each other, but he's very Irish Catholic, not really a very warm person. He loves his family. He's worked hard for his family for over 40 years. But there's never hugs. We say I love you, but there's never like a hug. You never kissed my dad. I don't.
So is it like across from I love you, and then like is that like a movement?
You go in and then you catch yourself. I'm not gay. I'm not.
No, but so there's never an inclination where you're gonna go in. It's not like that. Just,
there's handshakes.
Wow.
But there's a lot of love. He's a very caring father. He's always been there for me. It's not like I don't have a good relationship.
I'll tell you how
but I know that you were very close with your father, and there was probably more.
There was love there.
Yeah.
But I was more critical. I was more critical of you than him. I felt like it was you. Dad showed up like, I'm going to go in and give Dad a hug.
Yeah.
But, so you didn't, and it was weird for me. Yes, I was very...
I'm sorry I made you uncomfortable.
No, it was weird.
Kissing my father.
Yeah. Well, so old Jews, I will tell you this. Old Jewish relatives, I remember as a kid, there was a propensity for old Jews to lip kiss children. Okay. Yeah. I don't know if that was just my family, but I'll never forget my mother's father, Grandpa Lester was his name. Don't make a joke about Grandpa Lester. He's been dead a long time. He would, when he would come and see me, he would kiss me on the lips all the time. And it wasn't a long time.
Was his first name Mo?
Yeah, I knew you
Mo
would do
Lester?
that. Hack.
Till what age?
It's a fucking hack joke.
I know.
Okay, so Grandpa Lester would give me a kiss, and it wasn't 10, 15 seconds, it was over. It wasn't... It wasn't lengthy.
Yeah, he didn't drag it out for.
It wasn't. No. We didn't embrace like in a movie theater more than a couple of times. But I will tell you that Grandpa Lester was a drinker. Okay, no, that's a fact. He was a drinker, and I always knew. I'd be like, oh, gin today, Grandpa. Like you always knew.
You could always taste it on his breath,
and he had very soft lips. He did. He had soft lips, but that's a Jew thing or an old Jew thing.
I do know that it's kind of a Jewish thing because I have a friend Todd, and I noticed one time he had a younger son, and he kissed him on his lips. I'm like, Todd, what the fuck is wrong with you? You're gross. And he's like, what? It's my son. I love him.
No, I don't.
But that's also coming from me, who not only never like cheek kissed my dad, but like there's no kissing, like there's no.
But it's interesting because you and your mom are extremely close, also. But I would imagine that you'll hug mom, you'll give mom a kiss, hello, whatever.
Yeah.
Is
that,
that
definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely, but it's my dad, like. Coming from my dad's dad, who's also Irish Catholic,
right?
He was a city cop, and they were never close. And I guess that's how my dad always was, and that's how we are. I mean, my dad's been there for me my whole life. You
don't have to justify.
The guy hasn't missed a baseball. No, because
getting angry. I don't want this to turn into a fight.
Everyone's attacking my dad now. The guy's a good guy. He's a fucking union worker for 42 years. For God's sakes.
Oh my God. Podcast lasts 22 minutes. It breaks out in a fist fight. Keegan beats me to death.
That's a goddamn
fucking hero. He pulled a cat out of a burning building. Mr. Keegan.
But just Irish Catholics, not very warm people.
Okay.
And my dad shows he cares in different ways than.
Well, that's what kind of different ways does he? What kind of different ways does he tell you? No, I will tell you. So, obviously, I have not kept it secret since my father passed at November 11th, 2017 at 9:14 in the morning. I know. Yeah. No, so I'm just saying, like, so your dad's still here. Yeah. He's here, and you can hug him and feel him. When I go to sleep, I had a pillow made in the shape of my dad. And I hold it every night, and basically it's like the sound of my tears helps me fall asleep.
And in the beginning of every spring, I set it up in the backyard and I have a catch with the pillow.
Right, yeah. So if you feel like
you feel resentment towards me because I'm fortunate enough to still have my father.
No, I'm just saying because there's a tear-soaked pillow shaped like my dad at home, and you won't. What I'm saying
is, there's a physical embodiment of a father at my house, and
I want you to go home. I want you to, maybe just a brush, maybe just like a brush, a cheek brush.
Dude, he'll so call me a fag.
Yeah, no, like your dad be like, "Do you just touch my ass,
me, you fag?"
Yeah, so. And
you're not hanging out with that Herschman anymore.
Just start. He's like, well, you did the fucking podcast with the Jew, the fag Jew. Yeah, that's no. I'm just saying, start off with something small, and then work into a hug. By Christmas, I would like you guys to embrace.
Kiss on the mouth?
Yeah, well, 10, 12 seconds. It won't be the end of it.
Nothing crazy.
Yeah. Okay.
I've hugged my dad. Mm-hmm. Like, it's not a regular occurrence at all. Maybe at a funeral or something. But
okay.
The only thing I don't remember ever kissing my dad.
I don't even think you're telling the truth, honestly. I think that you just made that up.
The truth, and he's a great dad.
No, I'm saying you just said you hugged your dad at a funeral. I think you're just saying that because you thought you could slip it past me.
I think maybe like when his mom died or his dad died, I probably gave him a hug.
Okay.
All right. But yeah, there's no physical.
Yeah. Yeah, that's been bothering me. There's a couple of things that have been bothering me. Okay, that's one of them. The other one, which is
this an intervention? Is this actually a podcast?
Yeah, no. This is going to be it. After tonight, I'm just going to get it all out. All
of Mark Herschman's Jewish grievances with me.
No, so there's another thing that bothers me. That's been bothering me for a couple of years. Okay, so. We didn't really talk much about it, but obviously for people who are watching who are friends with Mike, they know Mike's a stand-up. I'm a stand-up also, and Mike and I met through stand-up comedy, and we forged a friendship. We like each other a lot. We kid around, and we get along very well. There have been many times where we've been. So we're Governor's Comedy Club right now. We're in the podcast studio, radio studio. Right across the hall from us is the green room. The green room where Dice Clay, Jerry Seinfeld, you name it, where they go and sit before going on stage. Where Mike and I have been many times before.
And literally, right from the green room, you walk right onto the stage of Governors, which is the premier comedy club stage in Long Island.
On Long Island,
New York.
club, one of the 8 clubs in the country.
Yeah.
So in the green room, I'm sure some of you guys have heard war stories, but sometimes the funniest stuff that you'll ever hear is in the green room. You'll hear stories that you'll never hear on stage. You'll hear stories that you won't hear anywhere else. Excuse me. So there was this one time. This had to be a good couple of years ago that I was in conversation with somebody very inane.
I have no idea where you're going with this either. I'm terrified.
You agreed that we were going to do this show and we were going to talk about things, and you were okay with it.
No, I'm
so,
open. I mean, that's part of what we want to do the show. We want to talk about the green room stories.
Yeah,
we're not just doing bits on here. We're talking about
don't act like so agreeable until I talk about the story.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I'm almost uncomfortable talking about it, but I feel like one of the reasons why I asked you to be my host after the first 13 people said no, I wanted to get this story talked about. So as I'm talking in this conversation with someone, I don't remember who it was, and I hear Mike telling a story that it felt like it wasn't even true. It felt like it was a made-up story until I actually I stopped what I was doing. I said, "Excuse me, Frank," whoever I was talking to. Keegan's talking about something here that I need to kind of find out more about. And I don't know if you want to take over from here, but it's the story. It involves you and your teenage friends. I don't mean your current teenage friends. I mean those
we go back to hugging my dad. I swear to God, I'll go home and hug my dad if you don't tell him about my teenage friends.
For legal purposes, we're not going to talk about your current teenage friends.
So, like when I was a teenager, also,
right?
Okay.
When you had teenage friends, when you were a teenager, right. When it was okay.
Oddly enough, I have more teenage friends now than I did when I was a teenager.
But it was okay then. Now I keep on telling you, not now. It's not okay anymore. Okay. So please,
I know what you're talking about now, and yeah, it's not okay if I have teenage friends now.
Okay, so this. Let me just preempt something here. If there's any young children or watching right now,
or parents or former teachers,
who's
or
parents?
Coworkers,
your dad won't even hug you. He's not watching. So
this might be why he doesn't hug me.
But I don't think my mom's watching. Yeah. I don't have a dad, unfortunately.
He is watching. He's always watching.
So just any like teenagers, or if my daughter's watching, stop right now for like a minute or two. Go ahead. Do you want to tell it?
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Because when I was telling the story the first time, which was that day, I was telling it like it was a normal thing, just to build it up, and then everyone else is like, "What?"
It was horrible.
So like when I was young,
fucking horrible.
We were young and we were discovering our bodies, I guess. So
God, no. I mean, I can't even. This might be over tonight.
I had a buddy, and what we would do is, my dad had like one of the illegal descrambler things. So we got porn.
Right. And you're how old now? Let's
go 13, 14.
13, 14, okay.
17, 18.
In your dad's basement with the illegal descrambler.
Yeah.
Okay.
And none of my friends had it. We did find porn in one of my friend's dad's drawers one time.
Uh-huh.
It's called The Mailman Always Comes Twice.
Right.
That
okay.
Yep. But other than that, and then we found gay porn in my friend's
Was it De Niro in that film?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
One time in my friend's brother's room, we found gay porn.
Mm-hmm.
I think you know him.
Yes.
Yeah. So that was awesome. We'll get to that story.
I didn't know you were friends with Jeff Bosey as a kid. Okay.
You know I'm friends with Jeff. This is the whole story is about Jeff Bosey.
Okay, go ahead.
No, so like what we'd do is we would watch porn in my basement, which and we would
cover your ears, Sally. It's gonna be fucking. You're not gonna believe this shit.
Like I said, we were discovering our bodies. So we would, when you're a kid, you're just discovering that you could, get pleasure from touching yourself.
No.
So what we would do is we would both be in the same room, on the same couch, but we would put a cushion in between us so it wasn't gay.
Sick.
And I'm telling the story like yeah, that's what kids. That's what
you went to a baseball game and caught a ball. That's how you told the story.
It's like it would be like a love seat. And he'd be on one end of it, I'd be on the other end, and we put a cushion in between so you can't see what the other guy's doing.
Yeah.
But, we're watching the thing, and but you could definitely feel what's going on.
Right, you feel the vibration.
But I'm telling the story like, oh, everybody does this. When
Everyone
they're a kid.
does
and
this,
then
yeah.
everybody in the fucking green room of a comedy club
Yeah.
where the dirtiest things happen are like, dude, that's disgusting. That's fucking fucked up. People are like, I'm walking people.
Yeah.
people are walking out of the green. Mark's like, what are you talking about? That's not a normal thing. Still to this day, I think it's completely normal.
Yeah. So let's again reset this image here. So the scrambler, after they were up in the mailman's twice bedroom and they watched the gay porn and all that stuff, now they've all fired up, the two
This
of
is
them.
real like
Yeah.
lesbian porn, so it's totally straight.
So, yeah.
there's not even guys in the porn.
That's fine. So there's two women on screen nude and they're making out, and a regular type of porn that you watch with your teenage friends nowadays. Okay. And you guys decide. Now I need to understand, the first time it happened, was it like you guys give like a look like, let's do it kind of thing, or like someone drops their shorts and pulls out their tallywhacker first, or like...
It was basically like that was gonna be the plan. We're gonna watch
Oh
it.
my fucking Christ! So you had a plan to watch the porn together. That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're watching dirty shows as kids, as young
Okay.
blossoming men.
Okay. So you had the plan to watch it. Go ahead.
And I think he might have started, but he pulled the thing up. Like he's the one that said, "Listen, there's gonna be a barrier.
Right.
There's a barrier."
Yeah.
What's the difference? Do you ever go to a peep show in Manhattan and there's a guy in the booth next to you doing it?
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
really no difference. So he probably started doing it because he always did that. He would always whip it. He always had a big hog. He would always be the one of our friends that would like whip it out. So he probably started doing it. He put up the barrier, and I'm like, hey, you know
Right.
what? I might as well join.
So at no point do you feel like if you want to take down your excitement, you think about something like your friend's penis. Instead, that doesn't affect either one of you.
Not even a little bit. We were really good friends since probably.
Oh,
first
well,
grade.
so that changes the whole
yeah,
thing
we
then.
was like my best friend since first grade.
Oh, well, besties. Penis strong.
But it's one of those like no homo things because there were no homo.
Yeah, no, I understand. So the pillow goes up and you guys you're hammering away, basically.
Yeah, but like I'm overweight and I'm a chubby little kid. I'm not really hammering. I'm just,
whatever. So you're needling
friction.
it. Yeah. And he's doing the same thing. Yeah. Now comes an awkward thing. There's no doubt about it. When the first person completes their mission, they're filled with horror at that point and embarrassment. There has to be. You have to feel that at some point when you're done first and the other guy's still there whacking away.
Just pass the roll of toilet paper to the guy next to you.
Oh my Lord! I can't even imagine.
But he's like my best friend. Like I honestly, like now I see like it's a little bit weird because like everybody tells me it's weird.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I thought it was always completely.
So I don't even want to mention the person's name. So please don't even mention the person's name. Is this person still a friend?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Still one of my best.
Still
friends.
one of your best friends. Okay. Yeah. And this is something that still goes on weekly.
No, it doesn't.
Oh.
He's married with kids now.
Okay.
And we all
ruined it.
We have our own lives. Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
It would be pretty cool. It's like to.
Well, it seems like for old time's sake.
We're never able to get together without the kids unless we go out.
They
to a restaurant.
they ruin everything.
And they really kids fucking ruin everything. Is what the point is. I can't even jerk off with my best friend anymore.
So you know what's interesting, Mike?
Yeah.
So you're going to be probably at 20 years soon for your high school reunion?
It was supposed to be last year, but they had to cancel it
okay.
because of COVID.
So chances are the East Meadow High School class of whatever it was is going to do something soon. Mm-hmm. I pitch that instead of you guys going out to Verdi's and spending $65 for, pasta vazul and something like that, you guys have a tallywhacker fest.
You know what?
You and your boy.
You know what? I would like to save $100 and
right.
What's happening at the end of the
you
night.
guys, I'm sure there's someone has a couch, a disgusting.
My parents still have a couch in the basement.
Of course.
Yeah, of course.
Wow. Okay. Well.
Yeah.
Sally,
is it normal? It's not normal.
No.
Oh, okay. Right.
No.
I
guess I was the fact that
did you ever do anything like that with any of your friends?
Never.
Like, even showed it to
never.
your friends.
I have a friend. Interesting along the line of you and your dad. I have a friend who's one of my best friends for probably about 35 years. Who very not an emotional type of guy. Mm-hmm. There was one time, maybe about 10, 15 years ago, where we were drinking and something happened and he hugged me. and it was the first and only time that we've ever hugged ever.
I had my dad one time.
Yeah, well, you were at a funeral for that. This was at a game or something, and I'll never forget the day. It was significant to me, and I guess I can compare that to beating my pud with my buddy on a couch.
It's everything in a different scale.
Did it ever happen where it was more than just you two? It was always just you two, or there was?
It was always just us two. Not like it wasn't a regular thing,
right.
But he was always kind of an exhibitionist. He would do it in front of all of us.
Okay.
Like
Now, was it ever a situation where it was you two and then you brought in a bonus wanker?
Not really, because if it wasn't just us two, it was always just him in front of like all the guys.
Okay, I gotcha. So it was never like a group of you that was.
It would be a group, but it would just be him. It would be no other. He was always just kind of the guy who's like, I'm gonna take it out, and
So Sally, now you understand why this is something that's been weighing on me for a couple of years, probably a good 2-3 years.
You can't be the only people, so I don't want you to feel like you guys are the only people.
Yeah,
that
thank
this
you very
ever
much.
did.
Because it was like there was never like an attraction between the two of us. It was just
Yeah, sure.
I think Louis C.K. has a skit like that. Like he had a friend. Yeah, he had a friend in high school that he would like the kid couldn't like.
You're right, and he used to sit on his
couldn't
back.
complete until he was like
He would sit on his back because he liked the pressure. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
But Louis C.K.
That's a little bit gayer than what I did.
Would masturbate in front of female comics in the green room, I believe, is
true.
what got him career ruined, essentially.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Aaron Berg has a great joke about that. He goes, everyone's saying that it was Louis was raping these women. He was just doing it in front of them. He was actually called stetter rape. He would jerk off in front of them instead of raping them. Fucking Aaron Berg's got a new special out. In my opinion, he's one of the funniest comedians working right now.
Let's get Aaron on here.
We should get Aaron on here.
Yeah.
I'll ask him on here to plug his special.
Yeah.
In my opinion, he's one of the funniest. Definitely.
So once we find out that YouTube doesn't let us do this after today because of the story, what is our next? What do we do next? What happens?
I have so many stories, Mark.
I mean, save them for
maybe Spotify. I don't know if they're gonna let Joe Rogan
because that's
spew misinformation.
It's interesting. I had thought about this we've been planning this for a few weeks now, and I was like, should I save that question, that story, the jerk off basement story for another day? And I'm like, you got to go strong.
This is the first episode. We got to go
right. This is we're trying to gain
and
followers.
You know what? I have other stories, and some of them might even be better than that one. And that's 100% true story.
Well, that's a beautiful story.
Yeah, Tony has a good point. He said he thinks Mark is jealous that he's never been invited to watch porn with Mike.
This is true. Tony is a wise man, and you know what, Mark? You are invited anytime.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
You're welcome. I have so much more porn now, and it's so much better porn because it's 20,
I definitely do have FOMO. I the fear of missing out. I definitely have that
25 years
syndrome.
later now, so it's
yeah. All right. Thank you, Tony, for contributing to that. He could be right. I'll think about
I'll tell
it.
you, now that I have that one, I'll tell you one more story about another friend of mine.
I'd love to hear it.
It was actually, it was Valentine's Day.
Always is with you.
When I was probably in 8th grade,
Mm-hmm.
and one of my friends was sleeping over my house.
Of course. Because why wouldn't a friend be sleeping at a boy's house on Valentine's Day?
On your dad's birthday.
Because I remember it was my dad's birthday. Because what happened was we went into my parents' liquor cabinet and we got really, really drunk. And
Well, romantic. You have to with a friend.
My dad used to come home from work at like 2 a.m, and we're 8th, 9th grade, just wasted at my house. And my dad comes home. My friend's going up to him like 30 times. He must have said, "Happy birthday, Mr. Keegan.
Yeah. Give me a hug. Give me a hug, Mr. Keegan.
Give your son a hug. He's not a fag."
I know you won't hug your son. You'll hug me.
But I remember what happened was I used to carry a condom in my wallet. Not that I was active at all.
No, we know.
You were always like the cool guy because you have the ring in your wallet.
Yeah.
The thing was in there for years.
Yes.
But he wanted, like I said again, we had the porn. We were accessible,
Mm-hmm.
and I wasn't. He went downstairs. My friend Jamie. He wanted. I don't know his name. Never mind.
What? Jimmy.
My friend Jimmy.
My friend Jimmy Bronstein. What? No.
So he goes, "Hey, I want to use that condom. I'm gonna go downstairs and watch some porn.
I'm gonna bang your dad."
No, my dad wasn't home yet. My dad was still at work. My mom's sleeping. Dad's still at work. So he's like, "I'm gonna go watch porn. Can I use your condom? I want to just try it with the condom." So I gave it to him, and I stayed upstairs the whole time. And I go, when you're done with it, just take it and throw it over the fence in the backyard when you're done. And he comes upstairs a little while later, and I'm like, all right, did you throw it over the fence? Yeah, I threw it over the fence.
Nice.
So now that night, my parents know I was wasted because I threw up all over the bathroom.
Sure.
Jamie's wishing my father a happy birthday incessantly.
Right.
And wake up the next day, and my dad goes, why did I find a condom behind the couch downstairs?
What the
God
fuck?
knows what my dad thought was going on. With
Holy shit.
His son has his friend sleeping over.
Right.
He finds they're both wasted, and they find a condom behind the couch.
Right.
And I had no answer. I'm like, I don't know.
No wonder why he doesn't want to hug you.
That's probably why he doesn't want to hug
Right.
you. So we've come full circle.
Now, it's interesting. So how old at this point was Jamie or Jimmy?
Jimmy. Let's say Jimmy.
We'll say
That's what
Jimmy.
I'm saying.
We'll say, just give me a social. Put it on here.
We're probably was 8th, 9th grade, so 12, 13.
Okay. So neither one of you realized that the goal of condoms is to use with another person.
We both wanted to, obviously.
No, I understand that. But like, we strive as men as we go into adolescence to not use a condom. So he actually reversed, like he usually a girl. No, you got to put it on. We don't,
Yeah, he wanted to feel what it was like.
He restricted himself. He punished himself though.
Yeah, exactly.
Getting ready for your dad to come home.
I guess he just wanted to last on Valentine's Day.
Right. I want to last for Mike's dad. When he hugs me, I don't want it to go. I want to go into a condom. Holy Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
So can you tell us what happened Valentine's Day in 10th grade now? What happened on your dad's birthday?
Oh man, you don't even want to know about that. No, I don't know.
So you're in a geisha house with your dad.
And I still won't hug him.
So
No.
are there further stories that involve Valentine's Day, or just that's it so
Not
far?
so much. I remember my parents let me have a Valentine's Day party at my house one year, and I had friends over, and I just got in trouble because we were playing 7 Minutes in Heaven, and one of the girls told her mom because she thought she got violated or whatever.
Right.
I don't know.
I would say that's highly unlikely.
I don't mean to blow that off like, oh, she
Yeah.
got violated or whatever, but like,
I would say that knowing you and your friends, that it's highly unlikely that a female got violated.
the female probably got mad because nobody was going near her.
Right.
We're all just checking off on each other.
That's right. She's like, I came here to get violated.
And then all the boys stood in a circle. They weren't paying attention to
And
me.
Mike and his friends are jerking each other off, wondering when Mike's dad is going to come home.
They made me be a cushion divider.
That's right.
They didn't even have a divider this time.
Right.
They made me sit there.
I had to sit between two different guys on a couch. That's terrible, Mike.
Yeah.
So no more Valentine's Day stories. So Tony had chimed in, by the way, which leads me to a thought. Not
Tony is Sally's husband, who also runs the radio
right,
station
Knock 'em
here
Dead
at Governor's.
Comedy, and he has a show on many days. I don't know what they are. So not that he would be one, but one of my buddies, my buddy Rich Kleinman, you see Kleinman pop in on.
Yep.
He had, and he's not kidding about this, but he had asked if we ever take upon the equivalent of whack packers, like Stern used to have whack packers.
Yeah.
He would like to be a whack packer. So
Does he have any kind of speech impediment, or is he wheelchair bound?
no, I mean he wears glasses. There's nothing outwardly, he's a nebbishy Jewish kind of guy.
I would absolutely, yeah, he could be our first whack packer.
So I guess my question is, we're not going to use whack packers because this this podcast is going to take a life of its own. Obviously,
Hershey squirters.
Yeah. Ooh. But I'm saying, like, what should we call a Hershey Keegs show whack packer? What do you think?
Hershtards. I don't know.
Jesus, so we're going to get canceled.
I know we're gonna
Can
get-
we get canceled
We're
from
gonna get
this?
canceled already.
Tony said, I'm not letting Sally engineer the show anymore.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Nice knowing you
Tony's
guys.
sitting at home on pins and needles.
by the
like, what
way-
are they doing to her in that room?
I gave a shout out to Megan for her great song, but one thing I did not do is give a shout out to our animator, our logo designer. Okay?
Is he watching? Is he listening?
He's watching it. It's actually at 4:00 in the morning in Indonesia right now. So basically, when I started this thing, I'm like, you know what? I want to make it good. And we got Megan to do the song, and then I started to figure out, well, how can I get like an animated logo or a cartoon logo? And I priced it out for some regular people locally, and it was going to cost a couple of bucks, and I didn't want to do that because, no offense, but I didn't know what kind of staying power we were going to have here. And today kind of showed that
we gave him $37 worth of.
Yeah. So what happened was I was told about this website. It's called Fiverr.com, and on Fiverr.com you can reach out to independent animators, people who do this, maybe young people or people throughout different countries, and you can tell them what they want, and they'll give you a price. And basically, oh, there it is, yeah. So essentially, I reached out to this guy. His name is RD, ARDI, and RD and I communicated back and forth, and it almost looked like he was writing in a different language, and then it was being translated to English.
Google Translate.
Because the words weren't exactly, but I figured out what he was saying, though.
If you show me your bobs.
Yeah. I showed him my bobs, and your dad's too. And so, long story short.
You have beautiful vagina.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. And he sent me that. I had paid him $37 of American money for that. And honestly, I thought it came out terrific.
I thought it came out great. He did a great job. Thank you very much, RD.
RD, yeah. So if you're watching RD, we are extremely appreciative, and
mahalo.
Yeah, mahalo. Is he Hawaiian?
I don't know what the fuck Indian.
So I wanted to. I definitely wanted to thank him, Megan, you for joining in on this venture with me.
Yeah.
It meant a lot. Because this is something we had talked about this in the past, and it just felt like it was the right time. To be honest with you, I had been asked by Tony multiple times. The owners of Governors had asked me if I ever wanted to do something, and I don't know. It just felt like it was the right time to go ahead and tackle something like this. We wanted to be heard. We want to have a good time. We want to laugh. We hope that people will watch us every week.
Yeah,
and we'll have.
We hope people watch this and share it and spread the word.
Yeah.
Because I think we're gonna have something good, and we're gonna work our asses off for you people.
We are. We're gonna take calls at some point. We're gonna definitely have. We're gonna have guests. I don't know if have there been comments coming in on YouTube at all.
Yeah, that's actually what I've been reading from.
Okay. Yeah. So we're gonna do that at some point.
Yeah.
And I guess at some point we can put that up on the screen and actually watch those comments if we want to.
We'll be able to interact with you live. Today we just wanted to kind of introduce ourselves.
Yeah.
Which we really didn't do. We kind of went into some deep conversation there.
I mean, truth is,
basically our background. Mark and I met Mark when I first started doing comedy about 10 years ago. So we've known each other a decade now.
Yeah.
Mark actually got me my first paid gig. I think he recommended me to Eric Haft.
Right. That's right.
And he was booking that little wine bar in Huntington.
Bin 56.
Bin 56.
Yeah, you worked it after I did.
That was my first paid gig.
Yeah.
I worked with Chris Roach.
Mm-hmm.
Who will get on the show when
definitely,
who's
yeah.
actually headlining this weekend at McGuire's Comedy Club in Bohemia. Chris Roach, you can see him Friday night and Saturday night at McGuire's in Bohemia. One of our good friends. You've seen him on Kevin Can Wait with Kevin James.
Yeah, a lot of stuff.
Tours with Kevin James.
So we're gonna have some great guests. We're gonna have, and I think as far as the agenda every week, I think it's gonna vary, but certainly. Mike and I, aside from being big comedy lovers, we're family lovers. We love our kids. We love our spouses, all that type of stuff. I think we can cover.
We love our fathers.
Fathers, very much. Definitely different ways. I would say from sports to gambling to sports gambling.
Sports gambling, yeah.
So,
we have a lot of the same interests, and that's why we kind of decided that we would.
I don't even know if I told you this, but the week before the Kentucky Derby, we'll have my buddy Anthony Stabile on, who is basically a big marketing big shot at Naira. He's on the TV. He does the Talking Horses show. Awesome. And most importantly, he has a lot of followers that we can hopefully suck off of, because that's really what we want these people for.
Yeah.
We don't really care
suck
what
the pants right off of them.
Yeah. So we think it's going to be a good watch every week. It may not be. This was. We've actually had some good laughs here today, but maybe we'll cover some serious stuff at some point.
We will.
I think.
We will cover some serious stuff. We'll do your current events and everything.
Yeah.
Like I said, our interests are sports and gambling. If you have people that are interested in that, send them our way.
We
both like putting a few dollars down on the ponies.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Good.
Yeah, so we're gonna have some good content.
Was there anything else particularly that you wanted to make sure that we covered today before we wrap up? Was there anything
Not
else
so
that you
much.
wanted?
I mean, we just had the Super Bowl. I don't know if you want to talk about that. There's not really much to talk about. It was kind of a.
Yeah,
I didn't really give a shit. Our buddy Rich Rita, congratulations to him. He's a big Rams fan, so I was very happy.
Okay, he likes to get rammed, Rich
He likes
Rita.
to get rammed by Jeff Bosey.
Yeah. For me, we went to a friend's house, had a little event, a little party. I won a $250 box, so that was kind of neat.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, it was fine.
Yeah.
Nothing too major there. I think at some point, hopefully, we'll be able to talk about our shared love of the Yankees.
Yes.
But right now, we're in some sort of fucked up baseball lockout, which I don't
Hopefully
really know.
there's going to be a resolution soon. We could start talking baseball because pitchers and catchers is supposed to be next week, right?
Yeah, I think it's this week that was supposed to be pitchers and catches. So, so hopefully we'll be able to talk about that. And I don't know. I think we talked about this at some point. If there were certain things that our fans, our fan base, our massive growing fan base, wanted us to talk about, that maybe we would address some of those things.
Yeah, exactly. You send us. You could send me an email at it's mkeegs75@gmail.com.
I thought don't we have an email address
I
though?
I forgot to create one.
No, but didn't you?
Oh, I did.
What was that Proton email or
Oh,
something?
Yeah, that's right.
This is preparation right now.
We do have an email address, and I'm gonna
Mike's giving out his personal email.
don't email my personal email.
My
address
dad's
now.
phone number is. You can just text my dad.
That's right. I did create an email address. What is it? It was
Herschy and the Keegs at protonmail.com.
I think it was, yeah.
If people could also just they could also message on Facebook. We started a Herschy and the Keegs Facebook page, which you can message us on.
Yeah, so go to @Herschy and the Keegs on Facebook and message us there.
You can message us on there. We've already gotten some kooky ones already.
Yeah, there's some interesting people that watch. They're gonna be watching and want to be guests and.
Yeah. So, has there been any weird messages that have come through? Has there been a lot, or just a little bit so far?
Yeah, a lot of people are wishing you well and good
nice.
luck.
Thank you, everybody.
Yeah.
They're happy they found you. There's been, just encouraging messages.
So this is, you would say that this is a
Listen,
powerhouse.
we've gotten a lot of support. I mean, we just announced last week, really, that we were going to start doing this, and we have, over 500 people that started following our page. Which is, it's a small drop in the bucket, but in a week, I mean, that's something.
Are we up to
nothing to sneeze at?
Did we have 1 million views today?
2 million.
2 million. 2 million.
Which is really great for a first show.
First show. I'll take
Thanks,
it.
Sally. Silly Sally. I think we should have a cute name for Sally. Does anyone call you by? If we can call you Silly Sally.
Yeah.
Silly Sally. Sally from the alley.
Yeah. That's after the show.
I'm looking for the email address. I think it is Herschy and the Keegs at protonmail.com.
Tony wants to know if he can get Sally and Carla to watch porn together.
Right.
We've been trying that for a long time.
And I'll be in the middle as the cushion on the couch.
So yeah, our email address is Herschy and the Keegs at protonmail.com.
Rich Kleinman said he wants to, he'd be honored to be a part of your whack pack.
I think Rich Kleinman, I think we're going to have him. We're going to have him at least call in maybe next week. We'll talk to him. So it's HERSTHY and the Keegs at protonmail.com. And Chuck Yeager said Hershey Highway at spiffysbasement.com. My buddy Charlie.
I love that. I love that. One thing I noticed, you definitely have. It's funny. Most of my closest childhood friends are totally anti-social media. Most of them are not even on it. But you have a good dynamic. I noticed with your childhood friends.
Yeah, he's one of them that you've mentioned, Charlie Blakeman.
Funny guy. Yeah,
one of the funny, and he's the biggest troll you'll ever meet. I was
he's a troll.
Just talking about him at work today because we went to an Islander game one time a few years ago, and we got kicked out of 4 different bars in Nassau Coliseum.
Wow.
And because they were playing the Montreal Canadiens and we were starting fights with them.
Right.
He was calling every Canadian fan there Gary Carter.
Because you know what it is though? Gay bars don't like that stuff. So you have to
So I was
get
telling
out.
my boss about that today. I'm like, Charlie's the biggest troll asshole you'll ever meet in your life, but I've never seen him get into a fight. He will be relentless, making fun of somebody, and the person will get pissed off, and next thing you know, they're having shots at the end of the bar. You know?
Wow.
That's how Charlie is. He's a good guy.
Yeah,
And
no, I get a kick out of those
buddy,
guys.
My buddy Pete, who's probably watching now, he's another.
Yeah.
You know, we have fun. We just troll each other and.
No, I enjoy that. I
yeah.
definitely enjoy the dynamic there. We'll definitely not have any of those guys on the show.
No, fuck them.
But so that's something that as we go along, we're going to try to grow this. We're going to try to make it consistently 9:00 every Tuesday. From a me and my kids and my wife standpoint, it's a good time that we decided to do.
Yeah, we both live closest, so it works out. So Tuesday nights at 9 is good.
And you did a podcast a while ago around this time previously, right?
Exactly this time, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Oh, okay.
I told Carla, because
Right.
used to do it with Carla, my girlfriend, and my buddy Tim Zaliani. And
Okay.
they're like, well, what are you doing? I'm like, Tuesdays at 9. Like, oh, I thought that used to be inconvenient for you, you know?
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, so that's not awkward between us then.
No. But
Okay,
no,
good.
You know, people grow.
Good stuff. Do you want to, I know you had said you wanted to cover some of the current events that are happening at Governor's coming up over the next couple of...
Especially this weekend. I did want to...
Okay, go ahead.
And the club doesn't ask me to do this, but I love this club. They've always been good to me. But they this weekend I was just looking at the lineup, and they have just an awesome lineup at all three clubs this week. Like right here at Governor's in Levittown. I think Friday night they have Vic DiBattista, and Saturday is Jessica Curson. Like, that's ridiculous. That's a great weekend of comedy.
Phenomenal.
And they also built a new room. It used to be the little room, and now they actually expanded it. It used to hold like 55 people, and then during COVID with social distancing, it was like 35 people. Now they blew it out. It's a 90-person room.
Wow.
The thing, it's beautiful. It's an exact replica of the main room here at Governor's, which, like I said, is the premier comedy stages on Long Island.
Sure.
This room holds like 90 people.
Okay.
It's beautiful. They did a great job with it, and like I think every weekend right now they're doing like kind of an up and coming headliner close out the show. So like last week was my buddy Scott Schendlinger.
Okay.
This week Andre Kim is closing out the show
Excellent.
on Saturday night in the Giggle Room, they call it now.
So they haven't called me yet.
No, I'm saying, like, you know, so they're doing, this is just 2 weeks.
Call me
so
next
like maybe in a couple weeks it'll be Mark Hirschman, and then after that Mike Keegan. My phone is on.
Mike's
I would
got
love
phone.
to. It's a great room. It looks awesome. And then at the at McGuire's, like I said before, Chris Roach is there all weekend.
Great.
And then the brokerage in Belmore, they have I saw before
Jessica Vick, who else?
Jessica and Vic are here, and then the brokerage, I forget who's there
Chris
now.
Roach, maybe?
Roach is at McGuire's.
McGuire's?
Excellent.
And then then there's always
Good.
just shows that the brokerage are always awesome.
And what do you,
Govs.com for tickets.
what does Mike Keegan want to promote about Mike Keegan at this point?
Not too much really. This weekend I'm doing a couple of private shows. There are tickets available if you want to email me. They're here on Long Island. The one show I'm doing a St. Patrick's Day comedy show at the Smithtown Performing Arts Center,
Okay.
March 18th, and then I decided one of my buddies is starting a record label.
Okay.
And he asked me if I wanted to record a comedy special for his record label. So I decided my birthday's August 27th. It's a Saturday.
Good.
I'm going to record my comedy special here in the Giggle Room.
Giggle Room.
At Governor's Comedy Club. So,
Okay.
So in a month or two, we're going to start promoting that pretty hard.
Okay. Good stuff.
How about yourself, Mark?
Yeah, I'm going to be on the Herschy and Keegs show next Tuesday at 9.
Oh, man, that's awesome.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to that, and it's interesting. We talked about this. We probably will in a couple of months produce our own Herschy and the Keegs show, whether it be in the main room or the Giggle Room.
Yeah.
So you guys can look forward to that.
Yep.
I always get very fortunate when I produce a comedy show. A lot of people come out to support me. So hopefully that continues. And but other than that, we are, I think, at just about an hour. Is that right, Sally? We decided we want to keep this nice and tight.
Yeah.
So we do appreciate you
super
guys
tight.
watching and listening, and we hope you tune back in, next week. And you want to close it out, Mike?
Yes, and the brokerage, I actually just looked because I refreshed my memory. Friday's Patty Rossborough, who's one of the funniest people I know.
Phenomenal.
Saturday night, Joey Cola. Come on.
Home run.
It's the Saturday night, Joey
Home
Cola at
run.
the brokerage. Come on.
White poop. Yeah.
Exactly. So go see
Good
the
stuff.
shows at Governor's. Get out of your houses. And that was awesome. I think that was a great first episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you'll spread the word. And 3 million next week, are we going for?
3 million.
All right.
Thanks
Thank you
for
so much,
Silly
Sally,
Sally.
and Tony. Listen to them, Knock 'em Dead Radio. And keep supporting Gov's Radio and Governor's Comedy Clubs.
Thanks,
Thank you.
everybody.
Thank you.
We're out.